Hello, everybody. Oh, it's been a while. No, not that long, but I haven't been in this room for the last, oh gosh, 10 days maybe. Just like in and out getting things and I've been working like for 15 minutes and going, like it's been so cold here. And so I really haven't had that thing. I have a heater, but then um, I don't know. I just don't. And then these houses take so much to heat up because we have very high ceilings. The house is made out of brick and plaster, which even brings in humidity. I don't really have that big problem of humidity in my home. Apart that there's only one wall, but that was because there was something done on the outside, so it doesn't count. It needs to be fixed. So yeah, I wanted to give you a little update of what I've been up to, and I really haven't talked much about the operation I had. I've lost, I think, 22 kilos since October, and that's 40 something pounds. You have to times it by 2.2. So yeah, I've been like, excuse the phrase, running to the bathroom all the time. It's part of what happens after this operation. But it's like your stomach has become like a baby's again, so you have to, chew very well. At the beginning, it was broths and things that were, blended. Yeah, like just like baby food. And you know what? I actually prefer. I don't blend my food anymore, but I make lots of broths, and I prefer those because I feel more full, and I don't feel sick like I do when I eat solids. You have, like I said, you have to chew very well, but there's something still that is. I know you get back to normal again because I've seen friends and a niece that have this operation, and they go back to normal again on eating everything. But for now, still, I like to have my broths. They're much more lighter. Like I said, I feel more full. We have this type of little pasta here. It's called pastina. And we put it in broths and things like that. So I put that in my broths or rice. I prefer even rice. I love whole wheat rice. So I eat, a lot of that. And yeah, to get my protein in the broths, I'll make a meat broth or a chicken broth or lentils, or and I have to pass the lentils in a food mill because, and not even, I can't even put them in a blender because I have to get that skin out of there. My chickpeas, my beans, I have to pass them in a thing because, like I said, your stomach has become like a baby's again, so you can't digest the skin of the lentils. And yeah, and like as for the operation, it went very well. Like I haven't had, apart that I've had some situations that my blood sugar went up or went down, and in that case, I had to, what, there was one episode that like I called my sister crying, and they got so scared because I'm not usually the one that calls anybody when I'm sick. I just, get onto bed and do whatever I have to do. But I got so scared that I called them. Like I thought I could, she was saying, lie down. It happened to me, lie down. This was my niece. And I was telling her, but if I lie down, I feel like I'm going to, you know, um, I just felt worse if I lied down. I was up and trying to walk around, and she said, don't do that because you can faint. And I did feel like fainting. I had cold sweat. My ears were ringing. My mouth was watering. My nose was like it was a fountain. It was like terrible. And what else did I feel? My skin felt really clammy, cold and clammy. So, and it took about a good 25 minutes until I felt good. In the hospital, they had told us that this could happen, to go and eat a salted cracker right away. So at that moment that I felt so sick, I couldn't bear putting something in my mouth and chewing on it. So what I did was I dipped my finger in salt and I licked it, but it did nothing. So after about 20 minutes, I finally got up and had a cracker, and then only I started. So, you know, I should have insisted on trying to eat that cracker at the beginning, and it probably would have gone away. But after that, I learned my lesson, and it's happened a couple of times, but very light, not like that time. And yeah, it really scared me. It did scare me. Like I fainted before because I faint when I see blood. I faint when I go to the dentist. I faint if somebody's telling me about what happened, how they got cut or how they got hurt. I have never been a real good help on my kids because they have had stitches. Boy, had they had stitches here and there, you know, hurting themselves outside and playing rough and everything. And I've always had to call for help when they've hurted themselves because I can't bear it. I even fainted once going to the ear doctors. Yeah. And it's not the pain. It's not, I'm not afraid of the pain. It's the sensation that they're doing something, like for the ear doctor, that he was in there vacuuming and, oh my goodness. So yeah. And what else did I want? I've been a bit busy because I joined a swap, and it's a fabric bead swap in textile. It's Rosemary Morris's group. It's a textile. They do everything in fabric, and it's a beautiful, like, I'm hoping to do more in the future. But this one was a fabric bead swap. So I'm making this fabric bead. I have a video on this. It's, I think, fabric beads. It's unfortunately in two parts because I was disturbed back then and didn't know that I could put my camera in pause. And well, I can't put my camera in pause. You would have to. I had to make another video, but I didn't know how to do it back then. So now, you know, I've learned that if I have to stop the camera and start it over again, like I can put these videos together with the thing. And anyways, what I've been really busy on is getting my grandson's little blankets done, and I have one here to show you. I didn't want to show it to you before until it was quilted. It was quilted. My friend quilted it for me because she's amazing, and she knows that I don't have the eyesight. When I was quilting, I had, you know, one of those esthetician lamps with the you know, the magnifying glass and the light underneath, and I was, you know, with ease I would do it right away. But now I have a really hard time. Like, I have this type of magnifying glass that I wrap around my neck, and that's how I did the blanket originally, because the blanket is all sewn by hand. It's like a granny's flower quilt, but it's not actually forming flowers. And that was okay. That was actually okay because I had good lighting in my bedroom, and you know, I was sewing it by hand. But otherwise, quilting, and you know, she's so fast anyways, and we do these favors between each other. Once I did, you know, a big, huge, like that piece of furniture in behind me that has the curtain. I don't know what you guys would call that, a little buffet glass. I did a huge one for her once upon a time that she brought to her beach house after, and it was a beautiful antique piece, and I was hoping back then that she would have wanted to leave it wood color, but unfortunately she didn't want it the wood color, and we ended up painting it. But I did all the work necessary to bring, and I brought it to wood, and you know, putting the medicine for, you know, the little animals and everything, and this big, huge, beautiful drawer underneath, and it had the original knobs that were just beautiful, and those I restored those as well too. I enjoy doing furniture. It's back then I had the room perfect for it because in the summer here, look you guys, in the summer it's too hot. In the winter it's too cold and damp to do anything outside. I would really like a room inside, but not like, I wouldn't do it in this room here. Back then it was in the shed, and which the shed now is my son's home. And so back then I was doing much more things in the thing. I have to catch autumn and spring to do these things outside, and you know, just get booting on them and just dedicate myself on those nice days that I can you know, restore furniture, because I do actually really enjoy doing it. I'm not a a professional. I am not a professional. I read a lot, and I have a friend that, you know, if I have to ask him something, he'll tell me, especially if I'm dealing with a real antique piece. And so, yeah, I'll sand them all down, and then, like, he'll help me. We found a huge chest in the garbage years ago. And this chest was, I have it as a table in my living room now. But this chest, the top of it was in two parts, so that had to be glued back together. And, you know, you needed those big, huge clamps, which, you know, it wasn't worth me buying them to do that one chest. So I gave it to him, and he fixed it for me. And then he actually finished it off for me. I had sanded it all down, put the medication for the little bugs and things like that, and it just came out beautiful. And what was really cool about this chest was we found actual nails that were made by hand. So we're talking about the early 18th century probably, and it's just such a beautiful piece. We had to replace the feet, unfortunately. They were long gone. I don't even think there was the feet on it, but we bought, you know, the onion feet. I think they call them onion feet because they're like the form of an onion, but really cool. Which I wasn't really happy on the feet that he put in it. I personally think that the feet could have been bigger under it. So, you know, maybe one day I might change it, maybe not. I don't know. This piece will probably go to one of my kids. So anyways, apart the blanket and apart the swap, I've been working on Nina, Dina's, her giveaway challenge, and so I got everything ready. But there's some bad news. So I had prepared this. Let me see. I can't see that. There you go. This is a file folder made out of fabric paper. Let me see if I put this up here. There we go. Made out of fabric paper. I'll turn it around. And this is what I wanted to send her. I had everything. I had the whole thing all full, each pocket full of, you know, an embellishment done by me. Everything was done by hand. And unfortunately, I had it all packed up. My son brought it to the post office, and they wanted something like 40, almost 40 euro. And I said, he called me and he goes, Ma, it's going to cost that much. And I go, you know what? Bring it back. Unfortunately, I can't spend that money right now. So all the embellishments are in an envelope, and surprisingly, they don't weigh that much. I knew how much it weighed when it left from here because I have a little scale, but I wasn't sure on the price because I thought England was much less expensive than it was. I know the price is more or less at the States, but I thought England was much less expensive instead. Well, this weighs, it weighs, just by itself, it weighs so much. So, unfortunately, Nina, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I really wanted to send this to you. I was so happy to make it. And see all the pockets on the inside. They were done with yellow envelopes, and the inside I taped. I sprayed fabric, and then I put this double siding tape on it, which is actually for carpets, right there. And so, and then I, you know, I finished the edges with this. I'll show this in another video one day when I have the camera up here, so that way you guys can see it better, because this way you really can't see it. And I'm getting confused here because I gotta go. Yeah, so, and in the fabric, somebody was asking Nina, because I wrote in one of her comments that she did this, and I said I did one in fabric, and it was actually for her. I still didn't know that I couldn't send it. And it's got laces and feathers and fibers, and I have a video on making fabric paper. And really have a nice, I love doing this fabric paper, and it's so cool because you can do, you know, so much with it. I even made a purse out of it, a bag, and I gifted it to one of my daughter-in-laws. And the blanket, instead, oh, is the zipper not going to open yet? No. There we go. Now my friend, the one that quilted it, she took the sheets, because I bought the sheets for it as well too, the fabric to make the sheets. And we're making sheets to go with this blanket. and what the sheets are going to be. So this is the blanket. It's a little blanket for a bassinet. And then I'm going to be making a crib blanket for her. She doesn't need the crib right away because she's going to put her in, you know, put the baby in the bassinet. But are you guys seeing that? And this is the quilting. My friend is nuts. This is all the quilting in behind. So this is the back of it. So like I said, and this was all sewn by hand. Yeah, it's like a grandmother's. I have a video on my own fabric done with jelly prints, and the same size, and how, you know, I put it together. I never finished that job. Actually, I pulled it out the other day, and I'm thinking, because it's all different types of fabrics painted by me, jelly printed, and I'm thinking, let me get this over here on a clean spot because I wouldn't want to dirty it after so many. Where is it here? Sorry about that, you guys. So it's this right there. And I'm thinking of making some kind of journal cover out of it. It was supposed to be a table runner, but you know what happened was the more I got into this, the more I don't know how I sewed these, but it's just so hard. The needle won't go through in some places because of the paint. It gets so I'm thinking of just squaring it off, adding another piece on this side here. And yeah, 2 pieces here on this side. So that way it's more of a rectangle and I can make a book cover out of it. And then I'm thinking of decorating each. What would this size be called? I can't remember. Hexagon, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-sided hexagon. I'm not sure, you guys. Anyways, yeah, so that's what I've been up to. You see the way I'm dressed on in the house? So I have never worn, let me see here, I've never worn an undershirt before. I've always hated them. Well, it's got a lace. This is an elegant undershirt, but I'm wearing it because all my clothes are too big on me now. 20 kilos or 20 kilos, so naturally. And I had this from years back that was kind of small on me for the last few years. So luckily I saved it because I'm using it now. This jogging suit, because I prefer jogging suits in the house. Actually, when I go out and come back in, I have to get changed. I don't know how to do anything, any cleaning, any cooking in my pajamas. I can't even come here in my pajamas. Very few times I've done it and I feel uncomfortable. I don't know how to do anything in my pajamas. I don't know how to do anything while I'm dressed, or if I have shoes on. It's like I have to take those shoes off and put, you know, the clogs that everybody uses. So I guess because, you know, I'm always worried that I'm going to dirty myself because I am kind of messy in the kitchen. So yeah, even though I wear an apron. So everything is small on me, and I'm not buying clothes because why buy them if I'm going to continue losing weight? What I am thinking of doing is, because I'm really down to, I don't really have anything to wear in the house anymore other than this jogging suit and another pair of pants. And then I'm wearing the old sweaters that I had last year that were kind of getting tight on me, and now they're big on me. But anyways, yeah, I'm thinking of just buying a couple of jogging suits, cheap jogging suits, and, you know, trying to get by with those. And clothes, I don't want clothes for the winter because I really don't go out that much. It's just for shopping, and I have a good pair of jogging pants for shopping. But yeah, I gotta go out and get something to wear in the house, and then maybe in the springtime I'll start thinking of buying clothes to wear to go out with, even though I don't like going out. But anyways, that's besides the point. So yeah, I'm doing this fabric bead swap, and I want to start getting into swaps. Oh, last night I saw Eileen and McInnes and Nikki Parr live. It was a really cute, good show. She did a beautiful little canvas with 3 little frames on it. And then she used somebody's artwork, their inchies, which was really, really cool. And it just came out beautiful. I really liked it. And actually, it made me think about doing a bigger canvas, because I have some that are done with gesso that my sister gave me, some frames that are done in gesso because she makes them in gesso for weddings and things like that. So I have about 10 of them, And I'm thinking about ATCs on a big canvas to put, but you know what happens is with that, I'm thinking now that the ATCs, I would like to put them all up on a canvas, every ATC that I have. And you know, actually one says you're gonna probably do swaps again and have more. But I would like to, you know, get all my ATCs on there. And this idea probably wouldn't let me do it. It would probably, you know, even as big as the canvas would be, because I got lots. I've done lots of ATC swaps, and I love them. I love them to death. But I really want to, you know, see them. I really want to see them. And that's another thing, too, that I do want to move from this room, because it's just too hot in the summer. It's too cold in the winter. And it really, really, really bugs me that, you know, there's lots of times that I'm in the house and I go, I would love to go over there. And it's just so cold in here. It's freezing. And like we've had snow this winter, which Sicily does never have snow. My husband said, not here so much because we're really close to the beach. But our town is about 3 kilometers away, which isn't far. But there the snow settled and it stayed for 2 days. Here instead it didn't. It just like melted away, which is normal for a beach area. Usually the snow never settles on the, well, at least here it doesn't. But the mountains are still all full of snow, and it's just a beautiful sight, because on one side we have the mountains and on the other side we have the sea. And I can walk to the beach. It's only 5 minutes, a 5-minute walk. So yeah, I'm thinking, I will be putting up a video soon, because I did want to show you what I've figured out, and then I looked it up, and there's actually videos that show it. Lately, I've been looking on the site that I order from, and a lot of people have been using this Rust Effect modeling paste by Finnabar, I think it is, and it's a set of 3 little jars, which is kind of expensive, but I did have it on my wish list that I wanted to do it. But then I'm figuring, you know what? I have this modeling paste that has sand, and even if I didn't have this one, I would put normal modeling paste, and I have this sand that I bought once upon a time to decorate one of the windows in the store. So I could have mixed that with modeling paste as well too and get it sandy. And then I mixed brown paint with it, and it looked like rust. And I noticed that these 3 little jars from Finnabar are just different colors of rust. One is an orangey rust, and the other one, I don't know, I think it's maybe a black. I'm not sure. One is a brown, one is an orange, and the other one, I'm not sure. But I made it myself. If I find it really quick, let me see if it's here. Here it is. Okay, so I was following this beautiful artist that's called Karen Camille, I think her name is. I'm not sure. I will put her link below. And she had used that elephant stamp that I bought from Stampendous. And she did a beautiful, a canvas is what she did. And this is the background that she did more or less. She used colored napkins. I used, oh, they're napkins too. Or are they baby wipes? I can't remember. She used napkins. I can't remember what I used. Maybe, oh, this is tissue paper. Anyways, yeah, she had napkins that were already colored. And then the stencil from that stamp, the elephant stamp from Stampendous. So it has 2 stamps in it. It's got a foam stamp and it's got a rubber stamp. And they're both different designs, which is beautiful because you have 2 designs. And then she used the stencil to do this modeling paste effect. So that's the modeling paste effect that I did, you know, and looking at it from the video and looking at it, it looks like rust. It actually looks like rust. So I'm thinking of playing with this again, playing with it more, because I really like when there's a bit of turquoise in the rust, and there's and start doing some, I don't know, some backgrounds with this rust. Start doing, you can do embellies, like whoever has like the clock from Tim Holtz, you can, you know, cover it with this and it would look exactly like it's all rusted. You can do so much with it. So yeah, so then I said I kind of figured it out on my own. No, no, there's lots of techniques out there if you want to look at them in videos on faux rust. Even Andy Skinner has about 3 videos on it, 3 different types of videos that show how to do it. And he just does it with paint, actually. I don't think he does it with modeling paste. This was done with modeling paste because it went through a stencil. So yeah, so you guys, that's about it. I just wanted to, you know, talk. I guess I was in a talkative mood this morning. I said, yeah, I'll do a video, and it was a long video. Oh my gosh, who's gonna watch this? Nobody. Anyways, I hope everybody's good out there. Thank you, all new subscribers. It's really nice to see that. And I'm almost up to 1,000, you guys. So there will be a little giveaway. It's not going to be anything. Times are a little bit rough here right now. In fact, I keep on saying I make a wish list, but I don't order anything right now. I'm kind of like on a freeze, and because I do want to use, I really don't need anything more. Like, yeah, new things come out and you want them, but I do need glue desperately. I need glue. I have to buy glue. I'm going to be needing modeling paste soon because that's finishing as well. Yeah, these important things, I need them. And yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well, and thank you for watching if you lasted up until now, and God bless. Goodbye.